Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Devil platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely day in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. Just coming with another spiritual power punch for someone that's out there that needs spiritual power punch, meaning something spiritual that is given to one to feel, that goes beyond that flesh, that you want to feel, that this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Because we're hearing so much information fleshly to where spiritual, we are dead in every way we turn, every way we go, the way we think, the way we feel. It's dead in spirit. Even on these platforms, the food is dead. It's food that you done taste already. You done tried already. You've been eating for year after year after year after year. Now you need that spiritual food to keep you going in this day and time. Sister Deborah is coming with you with another message, and it's going to be labeled as a spiritual power punch, because I want you to take your spirit and dig in and see if you can dissect the spiritual aspect of this message. Okay, now here we go. Here it is. I am a mother. I'm a mother of 6 adult children. I have been married for 30 long years. And I want to let you all understand this here. When people talk about Proverb 31, there's no one on the face of the earth that can define that outside of me. No one on the face of the earth can define the word that speaks of a Proverb 31. One reason is, in the natural, I have been set up to fall under that category. Spiritual, I can tell you, in spirit and in truth, it's beyond a wife of a man. It is beyond a flesh understanding. That's why it is so deep as far as who she was, because it counteracts her being as, quote, the men today say a woman should be. It really counteracts, but yet no. Women need to be like her. And they don't understand this is a spiritual message in the biblical. It is not a natural woman to the point of every man deserving or is entitled. It is a spirit, and it is true. And the reason why I say I am the only woman on the face of the earth that can define it, because 99.9 of that category I fall under. And believe me, being married for 30 years, giving a man 30 years of my life, let me tell you, it is not. He is not deserving of that woman that you read of. And a woman have to also, there are women that's out here that can kind of fall under that category. But they know in their heart of heart, which is their spiritual heart, that it is not the woman that a man on earth is entitled. Okay, so it is something spiritual. Because the mystery to it is spiritual. It is not natural. Not a man on the earth is entitled to that proverb woman. But as I say, spiritual, I hope you get this spiritual power punch. Everything that I put my hand to since I was a little girl brought forth something great. Every time I put these hands forth or to something very successful and great. I don't limit myself. I was a teenager. He told me the sky was the limit. That means anything that you go forth, it shall be. It's like he's going forth with me. The hands that I have, I do know that they are blessed because these are the hands that the enemy comes after. These are the steps that Yah has ordered in my life to put forth. These hands, these arms of mine. You can't see them, but I'm moving them to show you they are in working condition, but they have been through turmoil. They have been through hell. These hands and these arms. Why? It's because the enemy that came after me knew. He came after the steps that Yah had ordered in my life, and he knew where to come to try to kill, steal, and destroy a part of me from my flesh end. Not knowing you can't have my spirit. My flesh you come up on, but Yah ain't gonna let you get the full deal of who I am in him. So the enemy has always came after me since I was a young girl, teenager, going on up, always coming after these hands because he knew what was invested before the foundation of the world in them. Even brought fear to others regarding these hands. So I will say my hands were anointed and appointed to support my mission. And that being said, because I know that, I put my hands to do anything. And see, sometimes I do things that I know I shouldn't be doing, but I do it just to see how powerful the gift that has been given to me in my hand. You might see me get up on top of a roof and put gutters all around the house, or remove a toilet out of a house and put a new toilet in. And you might see me put new windows in a house. Just all kind of things, fixing all kind of parts on the car. Just doing everything with my hand. I believe, without a doubt, if you gave me 5,000 people, I believe that I can cook a buffet style meal to 5,000 people. Okay? And I'm not talking about with assistance. I'm talking about being a servant of the Most High that is appointed and anointed. Everything I put my hands to, they are very much blessed. I don't give it credit to me. I give it to a higher power because this is what he has given me before the foundation of the world. So it shows me it ain't you. Don't ever get this mixed up. So I thank the Most High for giving me the blessed hands and the arms to do all that he has allowed me to do, even to today. Anything I go after, anything I do. I remember being a young girl, 8, 9, 10. I used to can braid. I used to can do hair so pretty. And as I became a teenager, I was the house everybody come to get their hair done. I was a young person. Everybody would think that when I finished with my hair, they said, oh, who did your hair? And did you know sometimes I would do my hair, people actually thought it was a wig? I'm serious. And I was just a teenager. People thought my hair was a wig because it was done so. One day I might have it all white. The next day I might have it all yellow. The next day I might have it all black. But I done things like that as a teenager because I was able to have that freedom to be able to trust. And no matter what I do, if it don't turn out right, I'll go this route. You see what I'm saying? So I had that confidence in what Yah was giving me back in them days. I always had it. Say, for instance, one time I tried to cut my hair like a V in the back, and I caught it all the way up here. So you know what that looked like back in 1984, 85? Horrible. But you think I didn't go on? When I finished with that thing, let that stuff grow back a little bit. People were talking, oh, your hair looks good. And I was saying to myself, they just didn't see it 2 weeks ago. You see? So I have always been good with the hands. I'm not saying me as a fleshly individual, but I'm talking about spirit, because I have always knew about the Most High Yah as a little girl. I always walked with him. I always talked with him. See, I haven't forsaken and turned away from what I know that I know is real. I know he exists. I know his power. I've seen his face too many times to be getting on platforms, listen to man sit and tell me who he is. You see, that's why Deborah's so bold and so steadfast, unmovable from what people are saying versus what the Spirit is saying unto me. So this here message is going to be a power punch, and I hope it helps a lot of you all out there. It is very hard for me because I have 4 sons. It is hard for me not to be a mother. And I have to be the mother that my mother was to me. And it was 7 of us. I was one of the young ones. And my mother always took care of us well. My mother always did. My daddy was there. Him and mama, if they were still together, they've been married like 70, almost 70 years. And they was together. They had 7 children and they raised us. And daddy was always there. And he played the role as a father. My daddy, when he raised his voice, he thought that was discipline to him. And we took it as that. We just said, okay, daddy, you know, we were fine with that. So Sister Deborah didn't come up in a life like I was in the 8th grade, the only one with a 2-parent family. So when y'all ushered me into this family, he made sure I had what I needed to come up in him. You see, my parents didn't go to church. I was only one out of all their children that always wanted to go to church and did go. Find neighbors, someone around the corner, mama. His mother and his father said we can go with him, or I can go with him or her. Always going into a house that was called of God. Always. That was a little girl. Okay, so I was my mother's only child that was always into that. Okay, so what I have here is a big box. I got this from the thrift store probably 4 months ago. Okay, and in it I have stored the things that I've been doing since this so-called pandemic. You know, I invested in doing something, a little bit of what I normally would do, but I did something a little different. Right here, I wanted to show you all. This here is a necklace. And this necklace, and I'm going to try to bring it up so you can see it. You see it? I want you to take a really good look at that if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it really good. I hope you can. You see that? My baby son, my youngest son, he bought mommy this necklace. He bought mommy this necklace last week. He came over and he paid almost $500 for that necklace, for this one here. He paid almost $500 for it. I felt so sad after he left. He was so happy to put that on mom's neck and he felt so good about it. But in spite of him purchasing that for mom and feeling that I'm worth it and some, and the happiness that was on his face, I did not want to spoil that. But in me, it was just so heavy that someone took advantage of my baby. Someone took advantage of my baby, because my goal is to constantly instill in them. They have to be leaders. You have to be strong against this world. You have to stand firm. You have to be cautious. And, you know, I'm thinking that he walked in there and they saw him coming. And they sold him this necklace for almost $500. And I have the receipt that was underneath the box. And he had it all wrapped up and in a box and, you know, in a bag. And, you know, had a wrapping bag. And it was really nice and sweet. And it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. But they sold this here to him for $500. Okay, not 5, almost 5. So I kind of feel sad for him. And that's how I am. I am a giver. It's hard for me to receive. And if I receive something, I don't want no one taking advantage of my sons or my daughters, or no one's son or no one's daughters, or even myself. I don't want people taking advantage of them. But as a mother, these are things that bothers me and hurts. So I thank the Most High for putting it on his heart and letting just a thought count. Okay, so I thank the Most High for that. And this same young man, my baby boy, he came to me a week ago and he said, Mom, I want you to stop wearing those sandals. I want you something with a brand on it. I said, Jonah, that's his name, Jonah, you know mama don't care about no brand. He said, but I want to see you in something different. So he gave me $200 to go get a pair of sandals. Huh. Honey, I went to Cornelius shoe store. Yeah, I went and I bought these here. So he can see a Nike sign. You see that? And I went and bought me 5 different pair of sandals with that 200. But back to the spiritual power punch. This is something I got from the thrift store, and I think I probably didn't pay no more than $3 for it. But what has happened during this pandemic? I decided to go into making jewelry, and like I said, the purpose of what I was showing you about my hands, I'm wanting you to out there, and maybe there's women and men that have been given a gift from the Most High Yah, and not just one. I'm going to tell you something. He's real good with measuring you more than one gift. If he gave you 1 or 2 of them, hey, you most likely got 5 or 6, because that's how he runs. He gives you many. He don't just give you no one. He gives you what he gives you before the heavens and the earth was created, because he have invested something in you, and he wants you to put it to the fullest and put it forth. This here is a jewelry box that like I said, I got from the thrift store, and I think I paid maybe $3. And the reason why I'm showing this to you, because I got a lot of something in here that I want to show to you, that this is what I've been doing since I've been in this so-called pandemic. I decided to even use the gift of making jewelry and just put it forward. And is it something that I just sit down, if I'm not reading the Bible, I might watch television, I might make jewelry, you know, just something to stay busy doing throughout this time. And I end up, and this is what I made. You can't see it, but I want to show you. Oh, this here is a necklace I made for my oldest daughter. A lot of you all out there don't understand. This pandemic is interfering with people's mental state of mind. And I believe that that's why it's important to really discern what is actually going on. The picture is not as pretty as you think, or not as ugly as you think, but it is honestly worse than you can even imagine. But I will say that there are people that's going through mental state of mind. They are suffering great. I know a lot of you all are just living as if it's the best of the best, just living the best of your life, and you don't even understand the mental state of mind that is happening in this day and time during this pandemic. Even your animals are suffering right now. It might look like with them, they used to you going in and coming back, and you know, going in Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday or whatever the deal may be. You coming back, and the children in school, they're not used to having you there 24/24. So what is it going to be like if you ever get back to your job and your children ever get back into the school? These animals gonna go wacky, because they're gonna be so used to you being there. When that's how humans are, way beyond emotional turmoil in this here pandemic that they have created. Man has created of themselves. Please stop making people think that this is of Yah. This is not something that he has placed on us. But I will say, this that we are going through is called the 3rd stage. The 3rd stage, I know that the Most High is in it, because he told me that there's going to be a 3rd stage, and he's going to be in it, where his power is going to be totally revealed right at the tip, not at just the end, but right at the tip. That's why he gave me the message of a woman in travail, a woman in labor, how the labor pains and how they start. They don't start off hardcore. They start off very delicate, soft, but you can feel the Braxton pain. You can feel them, but it's not nothing hurting. It's not nothing uncomfortable. You can go days and days in that stage. So what he's saying is that's what this sorrow that is upon us is going to be like, a woman in travail. Okay, so I did have a message regarding that. But this here is something I made for my daughter. I made this here for her last night, a chain. And let me tell you what it says. Let me tell you what it says. It says on here, more than the sounds of many waters, than the mighty breaker of the sea. Elohim on high is mighty. That's Psalms 93 and 4. Psalms 93 and 4. This is for my daughter. This is for my oldest daughter because I feel she is really going through some things. And my oldest daughter has my only granddaughter, which is 10. She is really going through some things and she needs so much encouraging. And I ask you all out there to pray for her. And she's such a good person. She's just going through so much. And you would think, why are you going through so much? She got a really good job. She got a nice transportation. She got her nice place. She just got everything and she works from home. But people, we're on the outside looking in. And we are not really even being compassionate or even understanding what people are actually going on in this day and time. There are some things that's going on that everybody are bypassing. I seen on the news yesterday, black people killing each other in the state of Missouri in great numbers. All over in great numbers. So what are we going to do with this and that? Doing all this here that's going on. And this is just the beginning of the birth pain. And yes, the media is always going to manipulate what we're doing in our community and make their community all this and that. But see, being a prophet is in the wilderness. I see in today's community without even the news showing me. So what's going on in my community, it is 20 times more in their community. That's just hidden. That's just not being revealed. Just not out on the forefront like they try to make my people be put forward and look as if we're the worst of the worst. But when it come down to the Most High Yah, he don't want us meditating on them. He want us to meditate on us. You see? Because we are a nation of people that wants to make everything, but they doing. But we fail to realize before we even got over here, what were we doing? Okay? Now, I'm going to sum this up just to show you that in here, I have all kinds of jewelry that I've made. All kinds. Look at here. Look at here. All kinds of jewelry that I made. Why? It's because while I'm in this pandemic, I'm still using the gift that the Most High has given me. And that's the gift that my hands are blessed. Really, what I want to do with this gift in my hand, I want the Most High to allow me and to suffer me to go into places and heal and deliver. Do I know or do I think that I have that gift? Without a doubt. He has never given one a gift of any kind, spirit, for the natural use. It has to first be recognized that it's not a gift for natural. It's a gift for spirit. And when I look at these beautiful things I made these here, you all. I made these here. When I look at all of these things, I think of how in the spirit, what can I do? With these same hands, what can I do in the spirit? I can make a difference in lives. I'm hoping, this is me hoping, that maybe if it be the Father's will, that he would give me a gift to be able to work with the body of Hamashiach, or in the body of Hamashiach. Believe it or not, I'm in the body and I am working in the body. It's just somewhere along the line, I'm thinking that, Father Yah, can we work together, hand in hand with one another? The Most High Yah, most likely, will also suffer us to do that in a time and season which we are coming up on. I believe that I can lay hands and heal Yah's people. I know if I can be able to behold those that are out there that's willing to recognize and have recognized their spirit and have recognized the power of the Hamashiach and know who they are in the body of Hamashiach, then therefore I have found my body. The body is really not one that you have to find because Hamashiach is the head. So therefore, look at that. Isn't that cute? Isn't that beautiful? Therefore, the Hamashiach will direct you to where you need to unite and where you need to be. Being so I can feed 5,000, I feel that the Most High can actually cause me to unite with our brethrens so that we can feed the homeless and the less fortunate that's out here. These are the days I look forward to. If it be the will of the Father that I live to see that day. I really wonder, because I'm trying to understand, will I live to see that day? Who's to say? I like these here too. If God suffered me too, yes, I will. But this is a power punch to get you to understand it's not over until it's over, until Yah say that it is. And we got a long ways to go. There's no way he invested so much in me since I was 4 just for me to just die out today to what they call coronavirus, which is a germ, a biochemical that they have cranked up in the last 10 years and even got a, what you call it? They say a vaccine. It's not a vaccine. It's something that they wants to put in your body. They figure they done won you over. They done got you, which they have in many ways. But I thank the Most High that he has my spirit rooted in him. And he says, Deborah, he that endure to the end shall be saved. Now you just keep your eyes on me. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, women? Look at that. These are so cute. And I just sit here and I just make it. Then you think Sister Deborah going to wear all of these? Here, look at these here that I have on. Isn't that, these are beautiful. These are so nice. And I can just go in and just get what I want. I'm just showing you. And look here, I have lots of different kind. These are all different kind of earrings that I just sit up and make with my hands. Because my hands have been blessed, awaiting to the Most High to send me where he wants me to serve. I know that we need, as a body of the Hamashiach, we need to come into one so that we can work with each other, so that we can work in the body, because the Hamashiach is always going to be present. No, we're not lost. No, we're not asleep. We ain't been. Okay, we have been there and prepared before the foundation of the world for a season as this. So me, Sister Deborah, because he have dealt with me since 4 years old, he have shown me his power. Therefore, I seen him face to face. I know who he is, what he stands for, and what he has set and birthed and invested in me as a servant. I am a servant of the Most High Yah, and he has blessed my hands. He has blessed me with many of gifts within the body of Hamashiach, but it's to work in the body of Hamashiach. That's why I can get on this devil platform and call those out, because I have the spirit of discerning. When you have the spirit of discerning, that's another gift. But guess what overrides that? It's when he said to me, look, don't keep asking me what he is doing and why he doing it, what she is doing and why she's doing. Try the spirit, Deborah, by the spirit. I say, try the spirit by the spirit. He don't want me asking him questions that I already have the answer. A lot of times people don't understand. Yah is not going to come to his and play patty cake with him and play, let's make a deal. And no. He said, try the spirit by the spirit. You got the spirit in you. You know your spirit. You know my spirit. Now try that spirit in which you're questioning me about by the spirit that rests within. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got a treat to see all of what my hands is capable of doing because they are blessed by the Most High Yah. So I hope you all enjoy that spiritual power punch. Shalom.